Good morning, everyone. I am Mrs. Padmashri from SNS College of Engineering, Coimbatore. Today, I am going to discuss the topic reinforcement learning in machine learning. So, what is reinforcement learning? In short, we can explain reinforcement learning is learn from past mistake. Or else, we can also explain the reinforcement learning is learn from the past mistakes. So let's understand the concept with a basic feedback process, also called as Markov process. So before we see what is the Markov process, what is the feedback process, we understand reinforcement learning works on a feedback based process. So if I say a feedback based process is for any work, whatever work we do, we will be getting the feedback from the other side, which means that they will explain about the positives and negatives, right? What is the purpose of getting the feedback? Suppose if our decision is wrong, suppose we are collecting the information feedback, like we are collecting the feedback in order to improve ourselves. So, what is the plus in the feedback process? Understand we can understand whether we are going in the correct way or getting the feedback about the process, so that if we make any mistake we can able to correct it. So it works on feedback based process in which there is an agent, AI agent. The agent can be a software component automatically explore its surrounding, okay, and by hitting trial and error basis, taking the actions, learning from the experience, and also improving the performance. So agent can be any software component. Say for example, I can say um, um, we can say lots of examples are there. So we can say Alexa. I can say Alexa. So, so the Alexa. So whatever whatever content or thing that you want to do. Say for example, Alexa play a song from this movie. So I'm telling the software component to play a particular song from a particular movie. If the Alexa, if that agent performs well, like we can appreciate. Okay, good Alexa. So play the next song. So like that, we are giving some actions. We are giving some actions to the software component. Okay, so the same. So getting the reward. So good is a reward for the particular agent, right? So if the agent is not performing that action with that, we can consider it as a bad action. So we can give another chance to recorrect. So that is the feedback. That is the feedback. If it is a good action, we can appreciate. We are appreciating. If it is a bad action, we can give them another chance. We can give them the feedback that it is a bad, and you need to correct your action. So we can give the another chance to correct it and get the reward. So agent gets rewarded for each good action and get punished for each bad action. This is what the purpose of agent. And the goal of reinforcement learning is agent is to maximize the rewards, which means that the good action should be moved. Right? So there is no label data like supervised learning, and the agent learns from only the past experience. This is called reinforcement. See this agent action feedback process. These are all learning experience, right? So learn by experience. When you learn by experience is called as a reinforcement learning. And there will not be no label data like supervise. We have to experience and we have to give the output. So the best example that we can say, child learn various things by experiencing day-to-day life. Okay. So agent receives feedback in terms of punishments and reward. So this is the agent environment interaction. This is called as a Markov process or Markov decision process. So where you're seeing agent and environment, and agent has to perform the action based on the environment. If the action is correct, the agent will be rewarded. If the action is wrong, then again going back to the previous state, correct the action and then re-implement it. So this circuit is called a feedback circuit. This circuit is called feedback circuit means um, get the input, perform operation, and if it is correct, implement it. Otherwise, sending the output back to the first state. Back to the first state, recorrect it. If the action is bad, recorrect it. Then again giving it back to the environment. So this process is a feedback based process. So there are two types of reinforcement learning. One is positive reinforcement learning, the other one is the negative reinforcement learning. So positive reinforcement learning specifies the tendency, increasing the tendency that the required behavior would occur again and again by adding something. It should be, the result should be the positive, the feedback should be the positive feedback. So it enhances the strength of the behavior of the agent, which in turn which gives the positive impacts. Okay, your this negative reinforcement. Negative reinforcement was exactly opposite to positive, that we know. Something which is categorized as bad actions. Uh, so we can consider that it increases the tendency that specifies the behavior occur again by avoiding the negative condition. So in negative reinforcement, there will not be any negative condition, avoiding the negative conditions. So the example